Hi, I'm Terry Delker from Delker Engines here in Charlotte, Michigan. Business has been here since 1941. My dad laid every brick in this building right after the war and started doing just general garage business back then and worked on up through. And in 1959, my dad started racing, building race cars. In the early 60s, we were very successful with super modifieds here in the area and also traveling out to New York and into Canada. Had some very famous USAC roadsters, won many races with USAC, lots of world records, track records. I had many famous drivers driving for us. John Benson Sr., Nolan Johncock, Jimmy Grizzly, Sammy Sessions. Later years, we've had Jason Blond, Gary Fidois, Butch Fidois, many great drivers. And we've won hundreds and hundreds of races around the country. Went all the way up to IndyCars we had a good sponsor back then, Jet Dye Engineering. They were the first ones to ever build the titanium connecting rods that we helped develop with them. Most of the engines I'm building nowadays are all big block, super modified alcohol motors. My shop's nothing fancy, it's old school. Don't have any of them fancy CNCs that a lot of people have, but we still build a good piece, and I'm very proud of what we've been able to do since my brother and my dad had passed away. My brother's been gone for 9 years now. My dad's been gone since 2011. I mean, years ago, we had 2 head gaskets we used all the time. I'd order them 100 at a time. You know, now every engine's got a different head gasket on it. You're not ordering parts way ahead of time, but yet there's certain parts you have to, because like my crankshafts right now we're using in our big box super modifieds, they're 12 months out getting them. Lots of times, like I said, it might be 8 months to a year getting the motor done for somebody, and it's just because of parts availability and getting the parts in and then being able to do the work after it gets here. Started buying parts from Motor State Distributing, Lane Automotive, probably sometime in the mid-70s. They've been a great company to work with forever, buy a lot of parts from them. That's one of the things that's really helped, because they can find the parts for you. I've also helped them out some as far as they was doing some promotional work out in California with the off-road deal. I've got off-road dune buggies that I run up here, and they wanted to take one of the pictures of my buggy and use it in a trade show. I said, well, that's not a problem as long as you take me with you. Just joking with him. And a couple weeks later, he calls me up, he says, you're going with us. As far as where I think this industry is going, I do see a lot coming in restorations. I know one guy is doing all kinds of old antique IndyCar engines and stuff like that right now. I'm doing one from the 60s. Used to be a Gordon Johncock engine. I've got flathead Fords here and stuff like that. I mean, we do a lot of antique restoration. That's going to be huge for years. We've ran USAC sprint cars for years with Steve Chassis and so on driving for us. We won the Must-See Championship last year with Jason Blond driving for us. This is actually the first sprint car championship with our team that I've actually been with. You know, all the other ones, my brother was still alive. And he was the main guy at the track working on the race cars, and he got all the accolades, even though I was one back here behind the scenes doing everything. But now, last year, like I said, we won the championship. I went to all the races. We were probably the only car out there that didn't have an engine issue all year long. I was born in '59. I remember going to the racetrack in 1964. We won the Oswego Speedway Classic with the Super Modifieds with Nolan Johncock. I still remember to this day chasing Nolan Johncock around the pits after the races, trying to look at that trophy, because that trophy is bigger than I was. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a family affair for us. My dad, he loved working on engines. He loved it here at the shop. He worked here to the day he died. My brother, unfortunately, passed away when he was 60 of pancreatic cancer. Went through that for 2 years. He was always at the racetrack, and since then, I've tried to go to the races as much as I possibly can. I've had a lot of fun. We've got a fantastic crew that we work with. Right now, last couple of years, I've been really thinking about the Delker engines and Delker racing. There's a lot of my dad's race cars out there being restored right now, but mostly were the USAC Roadsters. There's half a dozen of those out there being restored and have been restored. I wanted to build one myself, but I wanted one of my dad's old race cars. I found out that John Benson Sr. had the original blueprints for my dad's car from 1964. I went up and talked to John. He gave me the blueprints, and I built a replica of my dad's 1964 Supermodified that Nolan Johncock won out at Oswego, New York at the Classic in '64. Also, Jimmy Drizzly won the World 300 in Birmingham, Alabama, racing against Donnie Allison. And we actually got the original trophy sitting right here on the counter. And that car is currently sitting down at Lane Automotive in their showroom for the winter. I really appreciate them putting it in there and taking care of it for me. Once again, I'm Terry Dowker. I own Dowker Engines here in Charlotte, Michigan, and that's my story.